Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle, under the readings.
Time for the TarotOracle show.
Thank you for your donations, tarot readers Samantha and Karima. Appreciate that. We got OA on the PayPal side as well. So let's start with, we got the first question is going to be tarot reader wants to know about love relationships and all of the love relationships type thing. We got Sam and Karima. Thank you for your other donations. I greatly appreciate you. Let's check it out. It is time for not just love, it is time for modern love, because we need to be a little bit more modern in our love. The old-fashioned love doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore, apparently. So yeah, we're going to get more modern, and we're just going to do that. All right, let's see what's happening. What does Spirit want me to know about love and relations? Samantha, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's see what's going on here. A little bit of a Hermit, 8 of Wands, and a 5 of Wands. The 8 of Wands just talks about the lack of permanence. It really talks about maybe things are going to be beautiful and wonderful and expansive, and relationships just seem to be rocking, and then it doesn't. It's almost like that permanence is not something that you can kind of reach for and grasp and get a hold of a lot of times. It feels like you do have a little bit of a temporary look and feel to some of this sometimes. You're just going to have to adjust to that and sort of just live with some of that if you do encounter it, and not, be upset about it and not be worked up about it. So permanence seems to be a little bit challenging right now. Doesn't seem like that'll be forever, but it does seem to be you're in that phase where you are getting a little bit of that sort of challenge in here as well. The Hermit just talks about the work that you have done, right? The work that you've done with love, with esteem, with creating things, with getting things on your side, with getting things in that mode of this is what I want, and this is how I want it, and this is how I want to approach things. And the Hermit just kind of says, hey, we realize that, we appreciate that, and we're going to be able to do that and not be a big deal here, and be able to do that. So I think that's going to be something very powerful that you can do, and I think that's something very powerful that has sort of manifested what you're looking for. The 5 of Wands just talks about don't be conflicted. If you're going to be on a path, if you're going to be on your emotional path, your emotional wellness journey, you want to be very enamored with it. You want to be very in love with that, and you want to encounter that, and you want to chase that every day. And I think that's going to be a big part of your success as it goes through. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate it. We got another Samantha, WC. We got Caroline, a couple of WC donations, more tarot reader, more Karima, and more WC. Thank you so much for your very generous donations tonight. I greatly appreciate that. Let's do Karima phase 1 while we have out the modern love tarot. Let's embrace the love. Let's embrace the modern part of the love. And yeah, just get that on the table here. A little bit of a mix up and see what's going on. S's current feelings for me. Where are we going to be with S? Where is S going to be in the complexity of our life? Let's find out how all of that runs through here. Ooh, 4 of Wands with the 5 of Swords. Very interesting, sort of an escapism, right? Sort of the current feelings is sort of an escapism feel. Like I find a little bit of an escape with you. I find you to be that level of beautiful escape, that level of excitement, that level of, sort of enthusiasm that I need. You sort of encompass that, and you make that a part of my life. So the 7 of Swords, I'm able to escape and see. I'm able to escape reality and have this dream vacation life with you as far as it goes. 4 of Wands just talks about sort of the happy home, happy family still developing. I still think that they feel like this is still an expansion kind of state. This is still something that's developing. It's not set in stone. It's not completed. It's not stuck in any kind of phase. We're moving forward. We're getting it done. We're getting it where we really need it to be. The King of Swords as well talks about more of a direct communication. I think that they feel that it is time for more of a direct communication. It is time to be very upfront and be very communicative with you better, better than we have done in the past. The Five of Swords just talks about the blending of family. They're still concerned about how blending the family is going to work. They're still concerned about the logistics of it, and they're trying to figure out the little pieces and parts of it, or something still in the feelings realm as far as that goes. Be random with me. What's going on? Tarot Magician, welcome. How you doing tonight? So good to see you. I have been gone a little bit. So yeah, we had a little bit of the flu, apparently. We did get tested for COVID. We don't have it, so I think the chemo has reduced our immune system a little bit, so we got a little bit of that sickness. My voice is sounding much better now, and I feel much better, so I think we're through the rough of it, and we are on the downhill slide here, in a good way, I guess. On the other end of an uphill slide. Well, there we go. Anyway, what I wanted to take towards me, what actions that we got going on. Lani, welcome. Appreciate you hanging out. How you doing? But yeah, let's see what actions we want to take. Page of Swords. That is interesting. Change is getting closer. They feel that change is getting closer. Change is approaching a little bit better. Change is approaching a little bit faster than what it was before. We have this kite with sort of the change, the death card within it, and we're flying it. We're just kind of reeling it in closer and closer and closer. I think that the actions that they want to take, the changes that they want to make are getting closer, and they feel that pressure. They feel that stress. They feel that a little bit of that excitement about, yes, I do want to get this moving. I do want to get this happening over here. Eight of Swords still says the distance is a problem. The distance is a problem, and I think that's something that they want to address and something that they want to bring up, and definitely have that out there to see how that is going to go. Ace of Pentacles is kind of interesting. It's almost like that they want to start leaving some stuff at your place. I'm just going out on a limb here, but I'm just going to say it. It's almost like they want to start leaving some stuff at your place, or working out something to where you're sort of merging possessions, or sort of merging things in a different kind of way, in this. I think there's something interesting on the cusp happening with that. King of Wands, it just talks about just sort of that level of needing to take action. The urgency is prominent. The urgency is out there. The request is there. The things need to be out there. And I think you're going to get a little more action and activities in that realm as well. So that was the Modern Love Tarot. We love the Modern Love Tarot, and we also love a new dog. And then we got a little bit of a new dog here. Action. Will I end up adopting Bubs? I don't know. Bubs sounds interesting, I have to say. Bubs sounds very interesting, I have to say, indeed. Where's my dog? Oh, here's my dog. All right, Bubs sounds interesting. Let's see. We got a good doggy deck. Let's see what that is going to give us in the doggy realm. We do have the dancing doggy has good moves there, I got to say. I got to say the dancing doggy has some really good moves, really rocking moves over there. Lani, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Karima, thank you for your other donation as well. Will I end up adopting Bubs? Oh, that is the clearest yes that has ever been on the stream, I'm going to have to say now. That is the clearest yes that we have yet. The Chariot shows them getting out of the pet carrier, jumping into your arms, having all of the fun, having all of the excitement, getting it all done. Out of the pet carrier they go, embracing your other pets. The Two of Cups, the good mate that this dog is, the excellent mate indeed. And the Six of Cups, being a prominent and a beautiful member of your family, part of the family indeed, and part of the home. Wow, that's the best reading I think you've ever had. That is by far the best reading that you've ever had. I'm just saying it now. All right, Stephanie, thank you for the double dono. We got KM and Lani coming in with the big donations. Karima coming in with the fourth big donation. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Sorry I was sick for a couple of days, but that's it. That's the way that it goes. OA is next. Let's go over here at OA on the PayPal side. A little bit of a general for December. What are we going to do in December? Man, December's already here. It's already like a few days into December. This is kind of weirding me out. We're like 6 or 7 days into December already. And like December just started. I haven't even done the news. I need to do the news probably tomorrow. So I think we'll do news tomorrow. And I think that will be... that'll be refreshing because I missed it for November. You know, to be honest with you, there really wasn't much that came out. Like, I'm looking at the news and I'm looking for new decks. There's just not a ton of new decks coming out. But yeah, I think, you know, we're just kind of waiting for, it's almost like this December, January has all of the decks coming out at once. Like every deck seems to be December, January based. But anyway, let's do a little bit of a general for December. Man, I hope you're ready for changes, you know. OA, a little bit of a change coming in. The Tower is an interesting one indeed. It talks about some of the stability that we're looking at, some of the stability that we enjoy. It's kind of crumbling down a little bit, finding stability within a new set of things. Nothing ever stays the same, and that definitely is going for your movement and your activities in December indeed. I say movement because we have the Knight of Wands over here. The Knight of Wands just talks about that level of big movement, big excitement, big action, right? It's almost like things have crumbled down. Things have crushed down a little bit more than we had expected. And now we are ready to really sort of go and move forward very quickly with the new stuff. And that's a good thing because normally with a Tower card, you're concerned about the Tower collapsing, nothing replacing it or things that we rely on collapsing. It's almost like things are getting reorganized for you, whether you like it or not. And the Knight of Wands says we need to pick up and we need to run with that reorganization. We need to run with these new things and make those a priority and make that happen. The Six of Wands says you make that a success, which is good. A lot of times we just need to shake the bushes a little bit, let all of the junk fall off, and then have a sort of a clean slate. And that looks like more of how December is going to be treating you. KM, thank you for the other generous donation. We got FS in the mix with the double dono as well. We're already all the way down here, and it's been 10 minutes. And it's been 10 minutes. Sam wants to know. Sam wants to know the big operative question. The big question indeed, which is, hey, am I going to get married and have some kids? Am I going to get married and be dedicated to myself here with the children? Am I going to get married and see what is going to happen with the kiddos? Let's find out what adventures that we have going on there. And if we're going to be able to do all of the Disney ending kind of things as well. Knight of Swords and Three of Wands is indeed something to look forward to. Getting married, I think, is something that you need. It is something that you're sort of attracting. It is something that you're drawing in, that you're letting kind of take over, that you're letting kind of be prominent in your mind. And that's something where it's sort of drawing it closer to you, getting it closer to you. And I think that's part of the excitement as well. The moon just says sort of look out for emotional connection. It really feels like that the emotional draw, more so than the physical, more so than kind of that mental draw, is really going to be your best partner. Maybe a water sign over here with that moon, with the sort of moving into that area, with getting involved and getting excited about that stuff as well. The Knight of Swords says, as far as the kids go, it is sort of a sudden thing. It just all of a sudden, boom, there it is. We are in the kiddo section. We are shopping for something for the kids. And the Knight of Swords just says that is quite possible indeed, but it's more of an unexpected, a very fast moving, a very thing, right? You talk about the Knight of Swords, you're not talking about a planned event like the Four of Swords or something. You're just talking about something unexpected, something dynamic, and I think that's going to be the creative side and the exciting side of that. Overall, the Three of Wands says make sure that you look and you select your partner correctly. You definitely don't want somebody who's going to be a little bit on the unreliable side, and once you do that, we have a lot of good things going on. Speaking of good things, thank you, KM. I appreciate the great support over there. Look at that.
I love you.
And we got Ann with a double shot tonight is what I'm talking about. We got all the donations. Oh, man, we're going to have to cut it off already. We're going to have to cut it off already. We're going to go with the max donation. So the donation cutoff has been activated. Karima is the final donator over there. We got enough donations for the rest of the day and night. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Thank you for the 5th donation, Karima. I greatly appreciate that. Speaking of Karima, let's go to Karima phase 2 over here is what I'm talking about. Let's see what deck we want tonight. I do want to do a little bit of some tasty tarot. We got it on the table. Let's make it happen right now and see what kind of beautiful things we can get from the good flavors of the tasty tarot. What are his intentions towards this connection right now? Let's see what's going on there. Let's see what is happening with this. What are the intentions toward this connection with that? We're going to see how that works out. We got a magician, the 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and a Queen up in there too. As far as intention goes, it really feels like the 10 of Wands. We need to do things quickly once they get started. And I think it's going to be overwhelming for you, quite frankly. We need to do things quickly. We need to do things dynamically. We need to do things very upfront and very fervishly speedy as far as we can with that, right? Because there's going to be this 4 of Cups moment where we're in this instability. It's almost like we're making this transition. We're in this instability. We're trying to get this new thing going. We're trying to get this new thing activated and happening over here. And that 10 of Wands just says that's sort of a little bit too much, a little bit overloaded. It almost feels like some of their plans, some of their commitments, some of the things that they have been planning in the background are just like not working the way that we want them to, right? A little bit of that 4 of Cups, some unexpected twists and turns with these things. And the Magician just kind of says, we're able to modify it. We're able to get things going and we're able to get things, back to where they need to be. But it almost feels like we need to make too much progress, too much change all at once as we kind of do it. So I think that is the intention, is to make some change, but not have too much at the same time. Either way, you may get into a situation where indeed you do have too much going and the same time. What's his most prominent thoughts of me right now? Let's see what's prominent over there and what we can get from the Tasty Tarot in that regard. All right, we got the Tower. We got a little bit of the Devil over there. Wow. Reiki, what is going on? Appreciate hanging out. How you doing tonight? But yeah, it's a hump day. Everybody is humping today. Hopefully, everybody had a good hump day. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I'm excited about every day. Unless I'm sick, and then I'm not too excited about every day. All right. What's his most prominent thoughts about me? 6 of Wands. You have a level of support. You have this level of support for you. And he's wondering if that level of support, right? The 6 of Wands with the gummy bears, all of these people supporting, the friends, the family, the social media. You have all of these support networks available to you. And he wonders sort of when he merges in, if that's going to be the same, right? If he's going to be accepted by your social group, by your family, by your friend, if he's going to be accepted within that realm, or if he's going to be kicked out. That's one of the things that I've been kind of concerned about. We've seen that in the past. But the 7 of Swords just says maybe we shouldn't be too concerned about it. But the reality is we're still going to be kind of upfront with it, right? Is this something where I'm not going to be accepted? Is this something where I'm going to be, kind of ostracized on the side and not taken seriously and whatnot? Because the Devil does say that maybe somebody has some negative opinions. Anybody new into an environment, you're always kind of like, who's this? Who is this person? Are they going to treat you okay? Are they going to be good for you and whatnot? It almost feels like people are going to be a little bit micromanaging him as well. And the Tower card, right? If that's going to be some instability, how do we deal with it? Is it drama? Is it something that I have to sort of get up front with? We have to confront the person? I mean, like what needs to happen in those aspects or in those regards? So there we go. The most prominent thought going in through there. Samantha is back for another read. indeed will end up adopting Andrew. I don't know. Andrew. Where's Andrew? Andrew needs to join the stream right now. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. I think you should adopt Andrew. I think Andrew is the best adoption that you can make. Andrew, the formal mod known as Andrew. That'd be funny if he joined and be like, "Yes, Andrew, we need Samantha to adopt you." I mean, he's available. I guess. I don't think so. Yeah, I think so. Nessa, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. We'll get your reading on the next stream. Reading on the next stream, which will be on Friday. All right, will I end up adopting Andrew or not? With the Six of Cups, you saw me shuffle the deck and we get the same card. I don't know what's going on with that. The Sun talks about the availability of Andrew. The Six of Cups says it would be a good for your home. But the Four of Pentacles just says, I'm not really interested in sort of adopting Andrew at this time. I think that they are available. I think that they bring in this heartful joy and these good feels and these good emotions and whatnot. And I think that they would be a part of the family, but bottom line, I just don't think you choose them. So we're going with a good dog, just a choice that you don't make. So we're going to go with no. We're going to go with no on the Andrew side. No Andrew for you. Andrew is going to stay with the stream, apparently, but there we go. All right. We got WC with 55 donations. Let's go with the WC spree is what I'm talking about. The WC spree. Let's get it done. Let's get it done over there. Why hasn't H reached out for the job yet? We've applied for the job. We'd be good for the job. I mean, we would be the bottom line best person for the job. I mean, by far. There's nobody that would defeat us in the job category, but it feels like they just haven't reached out yet. They're a little bit on the delayed. Oh my. That I don't think you got. If this is the job that you're looking for, I don't think you got it with that. The King of Cups just says emotionally not connected. Maybe they chose somebody else. It's almost like maybe somebody else was a better fit, what have you. So it looks like maybe you were ghosty. I don't know. But you do have an Eight of Swords, kind of restricted, not a job that is going to be open, not a job that is going to be available. The restricted card just makes me feel like somebody else got it, or there's something else going on with restrictions. We're not able to get that done. We're not able to sort of get that moving and get that on a positive vein for us. Five of Swords just points to the Lord of Defeat. In this case, it's going to be a little bit of a thumbs down in this particular case. So the communication, the connection just doesn't look like it is there for this particular case. But as always, entertainment purposes only. Never seen we didn't get job based on a family reading cards on the internet. We got a Scorpio in the house. Oh my. Has the Scorpio talked about me to Kay, and what did Kay think after they heard the information? Oh, we got a jumper. Ooh, the world. I love the world. The world is like a nice conclusion, a final piece of the puzzle over here, and I think that's going to be something exciting, something good in the meantime right there. Has the Scorpio talked about me to Kay? I do think that is a yes. We do have a little bit of the world, right? We've told some things. We've told some of the sort of the outer realm things, not some of the deep, intensive, and intimate things. We've just kind of touched on this and that, and this and that, and it just feels like that you just have a lot of sort of mixture of things in there. It's not like they honed in on some specific thing that they like or they didn't like. It was just sort of this overall look and feel, right? The world sort of zoomed out, high level look. High level here, feel here. Overall, the King of Wands says that, hey, they kind of liked what they heard. They think, you got some pretty good positive aspects with that. The Five of Cups, they're worried about you, or they're worried about you and this person's connection for some reason. It's almost like that they haven't really expressed that they're worried, but they're just sort of worried about this connection for some reason. Maybe it's logistically, maybe there's something else going on. It's not like it's you or anything. It's just like this connection. Is it really going to work? Is it really going to function? Is it really going to be something that's long term, or something that has a has a good connection, has a good look and feel to it with that? How about the job of the fashion brand? Ooh, Ooh, nice. The fashion brand. That sounds really nice. I like that. We got a fashion brand going on over here. You're going to be the next big fashion thing. You're going to be all over the TV. I'm going to see you on YouTube every 5 minutes in commercials. How will the job at the fashion thing go? That looks fantastic. You gotta love the Empress. The Empress with any job, the Empress with any new venture, the Empress with any new home just talks about a level of connection, talks about a level of just beautiful anticipation, a lot of very exciting things, and basically just excellent results as we move through. The Empress is just sort of taking charge of this particular thing and really making it her own, really making a big show of it, really making a big success out of it. It almost feels like you get in there and you just proceed to blow the place away. The Empress card, right? And the reason I say that is the Five of Wands. You have this natural spirit of, hey, I am in it to win it, and if you're in my way, I'm gonna walk over you if I need to. The Five of Wands says you're gonna be a big competitor over there, and I may indeed see you on YouTube commercial every 5 minutes when I try to watch my own video. I don't know. Seven of Cups over here. The beautiful thing about the fashion brand is it branches out into so many other things that you can do. It branches out into this level of independence. Maybe you could do your own fashion thing. Maybe you have these unique ideas. People grasp onto it. People want to run with your ideas, your innovations with that. Seven of Cups talks about this dream state, this beautiful dream state with all of these different things that you can choose from, that you can do. So look at that. Looks great. That looks fantastic. I mean, you know, if you get like the 8, you know, I'm not gonna crap all over the 8 of Pentacles and stuff, but if you get the 8 of Pentacles, it's like, okay, it's a day-to-day job, it's steady, I get a steady income. But with something like fashion, right, you want that ability to expand out. You want that ability to just sort of branch out and make your big mark on the world, right? But if you work like at a factory of something, you really can't make your big mark on the world. You just gotta, you know, putting things in a box or whatever. But the way that you're sort of approaching this, I think that you have that opportunity for big expansion over here. Next, love relationship details. Don't hang on to it. Don't hang on to it. The Five of Coins, as you can see, is reversed over here. It feels like the other person is suffering from a previous breakup. The other person is suffering maybe from a little bit of a walk through the rough side. And you're kind of going to have to sort of appreciate that and sort of tolerate that a little bit. They're coming in with almost like a little bit of a negativity here. They're coming in with a little bit of frustration. It feels like they're kind of done with relationships. This is their final push with that. You do have kind of adopt this person, get a little bit going with that. You do have them being a fire sign. It definitely thinks that's something there, but it almost feels like they're in recovery mode or sort of fix it mode, and you do have to put up with a little bit of that. You know, overall, if you don't put up with it, if it is going to be a little bit frustrating, if it is going to be a little bit too much, you can just sort of ditch it and go with a Tower moment as far as that goes. But overall, you just kind of have to sort of appreciate this person has been through a little bit of a rough patch. You are going to have a little bit more patience with this individual, and they are a fire sign. So a fire sign is going to be able to pick up and move on a little bit faster, a little bit better, but it is going to be something where it is kind of challenged, and you have to sort of, you know, deal with it as it goes. Mina, what's going on? Appreciate you hanging out. How are you doing? Maruta, you're never late. You're always on time. We got Merciful Maid. What is going on? Yellow is in the house. Everybody is here. Let's take a sip of our vitamin water. Orange. I got a case of this stuff. I mean, I got enough of this stuff to last me into like if ever need if the water ever gets turned off, I can probably shower with this stuff. I bought so much of it. All right. Let's see what's going on. There's an image you didn't want to see. There's an image that'll be stuck in your mind the rest of the day. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Wonder World Tarot will be stuck into your mind as well because everybody just loves this deck. I'm just saying now. Everybody loves this deck. All right. What kind of relationship do you see for me and JF? All right, Caroline. Let's get you a beautiful love relationship over here. We'll do early love balloons over here. Early love balloons, because I got some positive things to say about this. I can tell you right now. Ultraviolet, what is going on? I need to send you some coffee tomorrow morning. Ultraviolet's already out of that stuff. All right. Let's see what's going on. What kind of relationship do you see? I mean, the Three of Coins is an interesting relationship indeed. It's more of a relationship of convenience. It's just a relationship of convenience. Now, I'm not saying it's devoid of emotion, it's devoid of affection. I'm not saying that at all, right? It just seems like it's just a convenient relationship. This is something that's reliable, convenient. I like it. It's something where I could just sort of, enjoy myself, relax, and just sort of have a fun time without dealing with drama, without dealing with a lot of the stuff that I usually have to deal with. But that is going to be one of those things. The Three of Coins, kind of new home over here, making our way in the new home and all of that good stuff as far as that goes. Seven of Swords talks about, is this a relationship you want to stick with long term? I got to ask you that. Is this something for long term? Because it does feel like one day you're dedicated long term to it, and the next day you're not so much dedicated to it. It feels like you're on that verge, that back and forth over there where you're just like, I don't really know. I'm not really sure with all of that. Ten of Wands as well just talks about the level of sort of how much do you want to take in at once of this relationship? Do you want to rush this along? Do you want to take it easy? With it, the Ten of Wands definitely says don't rush into anything super serious, super heavy. With this, it does feel like you need to sort of take it easy and kind of see where it goes. Kind of let it sort of naturally progress the way that it wants to over here. Because the Seven of Coins over here just says this is one where we just plant the seeds for success. We just let things sort of grow naturally and let things sprout. Because we do have an opportunity here for a lot of beautiful things out of this, but we do have to have some level of patience. Some level of patience that we need to apply to this relationship as it goes through. Tarot reader is next. Let's see what's going on with the tarots and the readers over here. Get a little bit of the Dark Mansion tarot is what I'm talking about. Does Jordan have my number and my pictures, or has he nuked them and moved on with all of that? Oh my. Let's see if they have ghosted you indeed. A little Dark Mansion. See if they have put your pictures into the Dark Mansion, and if they have nuked them and they have deleted them. Let's see what has happened with this particular thing. Dark Mansion is going to sort of dive deep into this and find out what's going on with that. Oh man, hopefully they deleted all of that stuff. Hopefully they nuked it and moved on. Let's see. Got a little Knight of Wands, a Page of Cups, a Page of Swords, and the Three of Wands. I do think that looks like a yes from me. We're going to go ahead and do a thumbs up over here for the deletion. The reason I say that, right, we don't really have it. The Three of Wands, we kind of moved on. We're looking at the next adventure. We're looking at the next big thing. Now, if you had something like the Four of Pentacles, where we're hoarding things, or we can't let go of things, or the Ten of Wands, where we're like hoarding things, I'd say no. But we have the Three of Wands over here that points to looking into the next thing, looking for the next connection, looking for the next environment, right? And the Page of Swords, I don't really want to keep anything that I'm not going to use. I'm just going to go ahead and nuke it, go ahead and delete it. And that is, something that I'm just going to have to sort of do without as here. Knight of Wands just says, hey, they know that you'd be upset with them if they did that, but I think that they nuked everything, right? Page of Swords, I'm not really connected emotionally to this anymore. Don't see why I would keep it in the first place. So yeah, I think everything was deleted and everything has moved on, and you don't have to worry about it any longer. The Dark Mansion was very specific with that. Let's get very specific with Karima. Phase 3 over here. Let's do it. Ooh, let's do a little thought tonight. Let's do a little thought tonight. Everybody has been waiting. Everybody has been anticipating the thought action, and it is here. It is here, and it is natural, and it is real, and they are spectacular. All right, Circle of Stones, Lenormand. I've not heard of that one. Now I need to look it up. That sounds really cool, like as far as the name goes. Circle of Stones, Lenormand sounds excelente. That, like, whoever chose that name, they did a really good job. they did a really good job, because it just sounds cool. Anyway, all right. What's he desiring the most right now? Let's see what the desires, let's see what the innermost desires are leading us to right now. Man, just a not being upset, not being cratered, and not being worked up over here, right? You have a little bit of that sort of that bad news over there with that Eight of Cups. I don't want to be abandoned. I'm in it for real. If I'm really going to be in it, if I'm really going to be focused on it, then that's something that I want to be 100% on, right? I want you to be 100% signed up here. That's my biggest desire. I want you to be 100% signed up. I want you to be reliable. I want you to be available and sort of in the tune, in that mode. The sun just talks about the wanting desire the best outcome. It sounds kind of, a little bit campy and what have you, but you're really looking for sort of this kite next to it, this movement. If I'm going to make a movement, I want it to be the best outcome. I don't want to make a lot of commitments. I don't want to make any big movements, and then the outcome sort of is very challenging. It's not looking good. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit too much over there, because the Ace of Coins just says starting something new, starting something reliable, starting something big. Definitely needs a level of commitment. Don't want you walking away, and I want you to be enjoying the process, enjoying the outcome, and enjoying kind of where we're going with all of that. All right, what actions will be taken towards me? Let's see what actions we got going on over there. Hopefully they're good actions. We do have the Thoth, so hey, you wanted the Thoth, you get the Thoth. So if you get anything a little bit challenging over here, I'm just saying. A little bit of that Hanged Man is kind of unexpected with that. What actions will be taken towards me? I really think that he's going to be looking at things a little bit differently than he has been before. And I think that's good. I think that's something that you have been waiting for. I need you to look at things a little bit differently. We're taking some action. We're finally taking some movement. We're getting the wheel rolling, as they speak. And we're looking at things a little bit differently. We're looking at things with a little bit different of an expectation coming in here, and that's going to be a good thing, because that's something you've been waiting for. That's something you've been kind of on the mark, on the fence about, where are we going to go? How are we going to go? How are things going to work out? And this is about having patience with that, especially with the communications as far as what he's doing and where he's going with that as well. But just be aware that what you have in your mind, I guess what is in your mind's eye, may not be what is the final outcome as far as that goes. It's almost like that maybe the outcome could be a little bit different, could be a little bit changing, a little bit dynamic. So the outcome that he has in mind now may be the outcome that's a little bit different once things start getting rolling, once things start getting moving and what have you, as far as this goes. All right, we're going on to the Lani. Thank you so much, Lani, for being here. I appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate y'all coming back. I was gone a few days. I had a little bit of a sickness, and then I had chemo, and then sickness, and then the chemo reduced my immune system, and then I got sick. So that's the way it goes over here in the TO household, my friends. The way it goes in the TO household. All right, let's see what's going on here. What is the Gemini thinking about us? Man, that Gemini, I need to get an animated Gemini graphic. That is for sure. You need a Gemini. You need two twins like pulling at each other or something. All right, what are they thinking about you? Magician, King of Swords, the Emperor. Man, this is a lot of just really boss. It's almost like you're almost a little bossy. Like, you need this done this way. I need this way. I need this that way. And this is the way that it's going to be. It's almost like that they're thinking you're a little too bossy right now. You got that Six of Pentacles. Like, what are you giving out? What are you handing out? What are you doing here? What are you providing in this particular moment? And it feels like a little bit of that King of Swords, maybe a little bit of a demand, or a little bit of I expect this, or we need this, or something should go along these lines. And the Emperor just says maybe a little bit take charge, which could be good normally, but they're sort of taking it a little bit too much as far as that goes. Magician magician just says, hey, you know what you're doing, and they don't. It's clear from the interactions. It's clear from the questions that you've asked before. They're a little bit wishy-washy about everything that they're doing and what have you. And if you need to step up and slap them around a little bit, then you need to do that. You know, the magician says, hey, you're in charge. You know what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. It doesn't really matter what they think about it, is what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what they think about it with that. Ultraviolet tarot, you're a little bossy. No. If they're talking about you, ultraviolet tarot, they're saying you're a lot bossy. All right, Christmas plans with the family. Oh, we need some Christmas animations over here, some Christmas music or something. As Christmas is approaching, like every time I walk into Walmart, it's nothing but Christmas music now. All right, we got the day after Thanksgiving, and then we got Christmas every day until Christmas has arrived. All right, how will the Christmas plans go? Hey, Hierophant is a good meeting between family members. It's like a big family thing, big family outing. You may have some people show up that are unexpected. You have a lot of good things happening here, but you're talking about that Hierophant with like a big production, a lot of people there, a lot of maybe unexpected individuals show up, and I think that's going to be kind of exciting indeed. Knight of Pentacles is indeed something weird's going on. Sometimes like a family member has a big update that they want to share with everybody. Now, I don't think that they sort of get up on a pedestal and ring a bell and announce something. It's almost like they go from person to person and casually mention it. And I do think that maybe one member mentions it to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else, just like the commercial. Overall, the Five of Cups is not everybody's happy about this update, but, you know, this is the way it goes with that. Eight of Cups says you really want to kind of leave early. It's almost like something happens or you get a little burned out or something like that with leave early. So, hey, if you can leave early as far as that goes. Eight of Cups just says, yeah, you know, this is great. This is fun. I really look forward to it. But I think I've had enough of it. By the way, that's a Baroque Tarot. If you didn't know what that was, now you do. So that's Ultraviolet. The Ultra Bossy is here. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of a teddy bear tarot right now. A little bit of a teddy bear tarot, hanging out with the teddy bears with the KM. I thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. We got 2 big donations from KM. Let's see how that is going to go. I will be going to an event. My Sagittarius has invited me over. What is going to happen over there? All right, let's break this down into 2 different questions. So first of all, why did he invite you? I want to know, and I'm sure you want to know too. It's like, why did they invite you to this event? Like, what's going on with that? Knight of Pentacles over there with that swords. Ooh, that's kind of interesting indeed. I'll be honest with you. It almost like they want to see you for some reason. Almost like they want to see you for some reason. Why would the ex invite you over there to something going on with that? But yeah, let's see. Yeah, I know it says, yeah, Sagittarius. I'm going to be going to an event. My Sagittarius ex, so it's the ex, has invited me too. So the first question is, why did they invite you? Why did they invite you? So I think this is going to be something interesting. They want you to be there. It's almost like that there's something, it's a burlesque show. Well, there you go. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Music to make love to.
It's almost like that they wanted you to be there to make a point. Like either they wanted to show off or they wanted to do something or they wanted to sort of have some fun with it. Or it's almost like that they wanted to sort of do a big production, a big show with that, right? They don't know if you're going to be accepting to that. They don't know if that's going to be something that you're, 100% with, but they sort of feel like that it's a fun little escape and they just wanted you to be a part of it as far as it goes. Knight of Pentacles is indeed interesting. It's like they want to see what you're doing. It's almost like they want to see what you're doing, get a feel of what you're doing, see how you're doing, see what you're doing, and get kind of a backstage look at what's going on over there. It almost feels like something indeed that they have some stuff that, hey, they just want to sort of bomb you with some stuff, and they're going to be very bragging about stuff as well. So I just think that that's part of why that they invited you. Now, let's see what is going to happen when you actually get there. Let's see what kind of interesting things are going to be on the plate when we're at the burlesque show. It should be interesting indeed. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see what will happen. I really think that you're going to meet some interesting people there. That's the first kind of thing that we have, right? The King of Pentacles. It feels like you're going to meet some high rollers. You're going to meet some interesting people there. You're going to be interacting with some people that's kind of, you know, a little bit on the upper end there. King of Pentacles talking about people of wealth, people of notoriety, what have you, that you have a little bit of, rubbing noses with some interesting new individuals indeed. It almost feels like that you do get, I don't know, maybe it's because of the burlesque show, you do get a little bit of, hit on a little bit, and you have to be a little bit more defensive than usual there about, you know, sort of being hit on, being talked to, what have you as well. Overall, it looks like you have fun. It's kind of a little fun event as to something that you sort of, you know, remember. It's something that you can take some pictures and be hilarious and all sorts of good stuff as well. I also think you're going to be late to it. I'm just going out on a limb. It's almost like you're late, like something doesn't start, something you got to call, something else is going on. I do think that you run a little bit late getting there. Obviously, entertainment purposes, never assume you're late based upon Fat Man reading your cards on the internet, but, you know, that's it. That's it. Let's do the Scorpio thing. We got the Scorpio in the mix tonight. Got all the Scorpios are out stinging people. Maybe. I don't know. We got a jumper over here. I'm currently dating the Scorpio, but I'm not happy with him this week. He has disappointed. What does the jumper say? Oh, he won't disappoint for long. He won't disappoint for long. I reached out to the Sagittarius to make him jealous, and the Sagittarius XI and I seem to be better suited with that. Oh, let's see what's going on here. All right. Will the Scorpio step up his game? Step up his game. The answer is no. The answer appears to be no over here. The King of Swords, it almost feels like that he feels like you're at fault. You're what's happening. You're the reason this is happening. You're the reason things are like this. The Hermit, I'm sort of taking a stand on my own. I'm taking a stand overall kind of in that, right? Just kind of in that. Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to continue to do what I've always done. And that's just the way that it goes, right? Just the way that we kind of put up with as far as we sort of have there. The Fool just kind of says that we're on a little bit of an adventure here. Definitely not going to be something permanent. Definitely not going to be something in the permanent side. So just be aware of that. But overall, I think it's going to be kind of interesting to see where that goes. I just think it's going to go kind of in the toilet, quite frankly. The King of Swords, right? The communication is not where I need it to be. Taking a little bit too much of a stand. I'm taking a little bit too much of that. Now, is the X a little bit better suited? Is the X going to be the good old days again? Will we return to the good old days with the X? Let's see if the X is going to be on target here. Judgment and the Tower. I mean, the Judgment card says it'll be good for a little bit, right? We really kind of have to address the underlying situation that had us tank in the first place. The Tower just says it is sort of teetering. It is sort of a little bit on the unstable side, but if you want to get in the adventure, the Judgment card says new adventure, new opportunities, a rebirth as far as it happens, and that Knight of Wands says it definitely has that fiery aspect to it. We have a lot of kind of fun things. We have a lot of exciting things kind of happening with that, and I think it's worth a try. I think it's good, right? I do a little bit of the love balloons for the X. A little bit of the love balloons for the X over there.
Music to make love to.
Overall, I like it. I like it quite a bit. All right. We'll see what else is going on with Karima, the phase 4 over here. Let's do a little bit of the Victorian romantic tarot is what I'm talking about. We have been waiting to see with that. The King of Swords says he's more just an asshole. I mean, I'm just saying. ADHD would be a little bit like a devil or something, or maybe a 7 of Cups, but I'm maybe a 4 of Pentacles. I'm sorry. He just said like a little bit of an asshole. I'm just sorry. But yeah, all right. What are hidden thoughts towards me? Let's see what kind of hidden things we got going on over there We got hidden aspects we can reveal in the TO show. The TO show, hidden aspects. All right. Hidden thoughts. 6 of Wands with an 8 of Pentacles. Are you too much work? I'm just saying. Are you too much work? 8 of Pentacles. I have a lot of work to do here. I have a lot of work to do here. Are you too much work? Is this something where I'm just going to have to sort of really put down a lot of effort, really put down a lot of things in order to make this work? How much work, how much effort needs to be applied to this to make this function, to make this work? That's one of the hidden thoughts that they have had, right? And the 6 of Wands as well. Are you going to support me? We kind of see that in previous reads as well, but the 6 of Wands, you need to ride along. We need to sort of be supportive. We need to be okay. We need to be in this adventure to win it as well. The other thing they're kind of wondering is, what are you bringing in? Like, what all kind of stuff, what all kind of things are you bringing into this interaction, into this relationship? You know, I mean, like, what all are you going to be bringing? 2 of Wands is the most interesting thing of all. It really says, what do you expect once we get really rocking and rolling? What do you expect? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, if you get, like, if you end up with, like, if you have like a small television and you end up buying a 32-inch television, you're all excited, 32-inch television. After a while, you're kind of like, man, I really wish I had that 60-inch television. That 60-inch television, what that much more? And it looked really good in the store. It looked really good. But it's kind of like this thing. What expanding desires are you going to have? Like, I have what I wanted. We're happy with how we want it to be. But now you want something else. Now you want something different. Ooh, is that going to be interesting indeed? All right. So there are the hidden, the deep hidden, and the thoughts that have not been revealed. Where's he wanting the connection to go in the future? Let's see what the future holds for this connection. Let's see what kind of exciting things we got going on with this connection. 7 of Wands, indeed. Running a little bit defense on the 7 of Wands over here. 6 of Pentacles too, right? What does he want for the connection in the future? He wants to give you more of what you want. You've made what you want clear. How do I give that to you? How do I fulfill these expectations? How do I make things okay? How do I make things on target? 6 of Pentacles just says, I need to provide. I need to give. How do I do that? Like, how do I do that and sort of maintain my sanity? How do I do that and sort of maintain some of the stability that I've sort of built up over the years? 8 of Swords just talks about a little bit of the restrictions, right? If I do want a connection, if I do have things rocking and rolling, can I do everything the way that I want it, or is some of this unreasonable? Like, what do we need to give up out of our hopes and dreams, right? I dream of being a pilot. I'm not really going to be a commercial pilot anytime soon, right? Hopes and dreams versus reality. How do we discriminate between the two of the Ace of Swords? The connection needs more of this unique communication, or this sort of this back and forth, right? He realizes that you are communicating. He isn't stepping up and doing what he needs here, and that's going to be a problem in this 7 of Wands, because he's kind of here's what I'm thinking. He's wondering if he communicates more, if he gets everything out on the table, are you going to be accepting of all of it? Are you going to be not accepting of some of it? Are you not going to be accepting of all of it, right? Because a lot of times what people say and what people do is completely different. Like, I really dream of this. I really like this. And then you're like, well, maybe not. So if he puts everything on the table, how are you going to react? I think that's one of the concerns that he has over there. All right, I'm not concerned about Stephanie, though, because we got the forest creatures right here. We got the forest creatures right here. Get a little bit of an O, reaching out soon over there, and work finances for the new year. Oh, my God, the new year's coming out. I need some new, I got a lot of New Year's resolutions. I got a lot of New Year's resolutions. I got paintings I want to do. I got a stack of paintings I need to be doing. I got all these new canvases. They had a big Christmas sale, and I stocked up on canvases. And yeah, they had a buy one, get two free, which I absolutely love that sale. All right, let's get the forest creatures out here. Will reach out soon? Oh, wow, that is nice. That is nice. Party balloons. We get the party balloons over here. Easy thumbs up. The easiest thumbs up on the channel. Ace of Wands. I'm getting the fiery aspect going. I'm getting the fiery aspect moving over here. And that's what you've been waiting for. I've been waiting for results over here. And you get the results indeed. Ace of Wands says, I take the action. What action is that? The Ace of Swords. The communication, reaching out, getting a communication going, getting the channel open over here. Because the Lover says they are interested. They want to be interested. They want to be more interested. They want to see where this is going to go and where this adventure going to take us, because the Lover's card is a fantastic card. That is the easiest yes ever. Is it the easiest yes ever? Stephanie, is that the easiest yes you've ever had? Because that is like a yes, 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 and more yes. So that's what we need tonight. We need very, very clear messages. Enough of the foggy messages where I have no idea what it just said. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want very distinct. I want some very clear messages tonight. Just saying right now, let's get you some finances, get you the buckets and buckets of money that you need for coming up in January as far as work goes, as far as finances goes. Oh, star. Man, you know, your destination is finally known. It's like if it's not your current job, then it's a new opportunity, then it's a new work environment, it's a new path for money, it's a new, very clear path that you're willing to take here. Nine of Coins just says income. The money flows in. The income gets here. A lot of beautiful things with that. And the star says we're finally on the path that we need. We're finally on the path that we need, that we've been waiting for, that we've been adventuring for, right? Because a lot of times as far as career goes, as far as finances go, we always have that doubt about what's tomorrow, what is next, what is going to be the next step as far as that is. And the star just says I have a guiding light. It's very clear. It's very obvious what's happening, where I need to be with it. The Two of Choices say you have some big decisions to make as far as that goes around February 9th or 10th. Mark that down on your calendar. February 9th or 10th is decision day. It is decision day. It's time to figure it out, right? You've had some hints. You've had some clues about what you need to do with the situation, with a little bit of the pieces of other situations. And it's time to take some action, make a hard decision, and not delay it any longer. February is a time for you. Overall, the Hermit feels like a level of control, level of knowledge, a level of clarity from what are the finances, what do I need to be doing, where do I need to be going, right? Because you have the Hermit, the level of clarity, the light shining at the peak of the mountain, provides you the Nine of Coins, provides you the best card in the Pentacle Suite, which is all of the money, the results, right? We talk about the Seven of Coins, Nine of Coins combo. Seven of Coins, we plant the seeds for success. Nine of Coins, we have produced the profit. We have produced the bountiful bounty, I guess. Well, that's bountiful bounty. We have produced the bounty from all of the stuff that we have planted in there. And the star says it is right there in front of us, ready to grasp, ready to go for, ready to make happen over there. Very exciting indeed. Mark that on your calendar. Mark that on your calendar. We got FS is next. Let's see what FS got going on over there. Hey, we got more work December and January. Get that done. We're working. Why do we have an emotional deck for a work reading? I don't know. Let's get a little bit of a better deck for work reading over here. All right, let's get a little bit of a better deck. You know, Ultraviolet asks about this deck all the time, and so every time I remind her what it is the Curious Travels over there. So Ultraviolet will never forget it now. I'm just saying, never will Ultraviolet forget it again. I even include, you know, I'm going to include it as a note when I send her the coffee. When I send her the coffee and from Amazon, I'm going to include a note that has that this is the name of the deck. That's the name of the deck. You know, we treat Teddy right. You got to treat Teddy right to keep Teddy happy is what I'm saying. So you got to treat Teddy right. Give Teddy a hug and a kiss. You treat Teddy the way that Teddy needs to be treated over there. Work reading for December and January. It is really time to evaluate what you want to do. It feels like we have a lot of things to do and not much time to do them in January. December seems a little bit relaxed. We kind of see that over here with a little bit of that Four of Swords. Relaxed, not a lot of stuff going on. January 2nd, man, it feels like everybody is full steam ahead. Full steam ahead over there. The Emperor says you need to step in. You need to step in. There's too much disorganization. There's too many exciting things happening. There's too many people that want to do this, that. You're going to say, whoa, we need to figure out step 1 and then step 2 and then step 3 because there's just too much going on, right? The Chariot. We need to get in this chariot. We need to ride this path together. I don't want this person over here doing this person over here doing that. It just feels like we need to get more organized. You're just going to have to step in. You're going to have to be the voice of reason here and get that happening when January comes. And I think the reason is just because there's just too much going on. There's too much, right? They have this abundance of projects and or an abundance of money. And yeah, you're just going to have to figure out how that goes. All right. Did I do well? Pass all of the exams. Oh my. You have been studying. You have been using all of your brain power. You've been using all the hemispheres of the brain have lit up and you have done quite well indeed. Judgment's nice. Judgment's nice. They have this sort of this reuniting of this re-excitement of this, sort of getting the news, getting exciting about it, right? You got that Ace of Wands over here. Good news coming in, the fiery news, good news happening with this, and all sorts of great things going forward with that. Overall, the Knight just says, hey, I've done the work needed and now I'm taking pride in the results, right? I'm taking pride in the results. And I think that's the exciting and the very poignant part of this is going to be that. And I like it. So that is going to be a yes as it goes through. Kim D is next over here with the all caps. Let's do the Kim D over here. Will, definitely, we got Kim D. Will, D and R, love last. All right. We have love. Is this love temporary? Is this love temporary, or is it going to be the conclusion? Is it going to be the dead end that we are not looking forward to? Or I don't know, are you waiting for one of these people to be single maybe? I don't know. Maybe you're waiting for them to be single. We'll see how the love reading goes. Will the love last? 5 of Cups. That is a whole lot of no. That's a whole lot of no, and no. Got the 3 of Swords. Do I really need you to give the definition of that one? No thanks. 3 of Swords just says there's a little bit of frustration, a little bit of expectations not being fulfilled, not being realized, a little bit of what we had hoped, we had looked forward to in this, not being poignant right there. 5 of Cups just says big emotional disappointment on the parts of both of the people. And the Chariot just says we need to move, we need to get out of here. And no, this love craters and crumbles. Wait a minute, what did we have at the bottom? The bottom card was the Tower. That was the worst reading for any love relationship I think I've ever done on the channel. That's the worst reading of them all. There's not a worse one. That is officially the worst. I'm going to flag that as the worst love reading that has ever been on this particular channel right now. I'm just gonna broach the subject here. All right, let's use a little bit of Bohemian. No, I don't want to use. I want to use some fun decks tonight. It's been a minute since I've been online. We need all of the fun, the exciting, the exhilarating decks. We're going to use the Capybara Tarot. The Capybara Tarot. It's real. And it's wonderful, and it's exciting, and let's do it for Anne right now. Well, my plan for content creation, get me growth. I've been sitting here doing all of the content creation. I've been sitting here doing all of the things that need to be done here, and I want some results. I want growth. I want some expansion. I just don't want to do the same things over and over. I want some expansion, some excitement within the context of this. 10 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. I think the thing is, it's frustrating for you. It's just frustrating for you. You're not getting the results that you need, right? And I think that 10 of Swords says you find your blockage, you find the problems that you're having, you find the difficulties that you're sort of encountering, and you just get into this mode to where you get rid of them. You lose the dead weight. You lose the things that aren't functioning, aren't working for you. And the 8 of Wands is once you do that, you have a lot of creative ideas. You have a lot of creative inspiration. You have a lot of really cool stuff that you want to do, that you implement, that you do, and that's going to be an exciting thing. Right now, it feels like that is 2 worlds away. It feels like that is something where I can't see, or something that I really don't expect. But I think the reality is, once you get started, once you're able to eliminate some of the things that are dragging you down, you're able to get that done. And the 6 of Swords says once you're on that path, everything gets so much easier because I don't have to work as hard. I have the big creation. I have the big content that I need. I have the ideas finally flowing that is going to get me where I want to go. And I think that's the exciting moment where everything just goes into easy mode right there. Speaking of easy mode, let's see about M with the Love Tarot indeed. What could I know about M right now about me? Let's see what's going on there. What could I know about M right now about me? Let's see what's happening there. Ace of Coins and the Knight of Swords. This is somebody looking for something a little bit on the temporary side, right? You have the Knight of Swords. We're not really connecting 100%. We're not going on all 8 cylinders here. It just feels like the Knight of Swords is sort of winging it. We'll see where it goes. We'll make movements. We'll make things happen, but we're just sort of hope for the best here. It really feels like there's not a lot of planning, not a lot of future presentation here, and we're just doing things as they go. Ace of Coins just says that this person looking for something new, the next bright, shiny object. They are chasing that as well. And the Lovers just says, hey, it's a great connection once it kind of gets there, once it kind of gets started, once it kind of gets, sort of on the train where we have a good connection, we have good communication with that. It does feel like that you do have to take a little bit of control over that, not as much as, you would expect, but there's almost like you need to guide this in certain realms about where you want to be rather than where the world wants it to go, what have you. But yeah, there we go. There we go indeed. All right. Yellow, what was your question? Apparently we did. Yellow. Oh, no, never mind, Yellow. I got your question right here. All right, we'll get Yellow, and then we'll get Karima, final phase. All right, we got Yellow up here. What business will I be running in the future? All right, let's see what kind of business we got going on in the future. That's an interesting question. Let's see what's going on. Sorry about that, Yellow. It's been so long. We've been sick. We've been all over the place. And we're kind of a little bit on the disorganized side today, I got to say. A little bit on the disorganized side. Sorry about that. I went to chemo and I missed some days. And then chemo dropped my immune system, so then I got really sick. So, yeah. I missed an abundance of days. Lots and lots of days. All right. What business will I be running in the future? Woo. Yellow, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think you're trading stocks. I'm just going to put it out there. I think you're trading stocks. The reason I say that is because you need the Justice card. You need Kim D. I already did yours. You need the Justice card. You need something that balances your life out. Something where you're not going to be injured. Something that's on the computer. Something that you are going to have control of but you don't need customers. You just need to use your intellect. You just need to use your habits. You just need to kind of hone your abilities. And I think that that's going to be something important to you. The Justice card says you just need something in between, something that's going to be reliable, not too difficult, but something that's going to be that you can do. Hierophant just says this is something that you can engage in, something you get started in, and something you can be successful at very quickly, actually. The moon says that it's a little bit of a journey of fixing some of your own emotional issues, fixing some of your own bad habits. But once you can do that, I think that stock trading is actually going to be the business for you. Beautiful thing is you don't have to rely on any customers at all. If you have the intellect, if you have the strong desire, if you have the correct habits, I think that that's something that you're going to be able to do in the long run. So I think that going to be your business. Going to be your business. Let's get up in the business of karima, the final phase, going through that. Let's see what's going on here. We got a little bit of the monsters. Halloween is done, but the monsters are still in the room. The monsters are still here. Speaking of monsters, I got a little kitty cat that wants to eat after the stream. She always waits till I'm done with the stream and comes in here and gets all affectionate so she can get dinner. So she can get dinner. She's like, where's my dinner? Meow, I need dinner. I want some dinner, Daddy. So yeah, we got to get her some din-din. All right. How's he feeling about the conversation I had this week that I opened up how I had all of this stuff? We opened up with this. We're looking at the Queen of Wands right now. The Queen of Wands just says, you've taken control of the situation. I think that he likes that on a variety of levels for a variety of reasons. You've finally taken control of the situation. You've really sort of picked this up and ran with it the way that you need to run with it. The Queen of Wands, I have it made. We got a black cat on the Queen of Wands as well to match my black cat over there waiting for dinner. Eight of Swords just says, I can't give you everything that you want. I can't give you everything. And that's frustrating sometimes, right? Because Seven of Wands does now have to be a little bit defensive about it. I can't give you everything. I can't give you all of this stuff. So I'm a little bit on the defensive side, and they know that that makes it even more frustrating than it was before. Six of Pentacles says, I can give you a lot of it, though. I can give you a lot of the feelings back. I can give you a lot of the expectations. I can fulfill a lot of this, right? But you have to be patient with me. That is how they felt with that. All right, let's see. Let's move to the next question about my intentions towards him. We got that question done. All right, the final question. What changes is he willing to make in this connection at the moment? Ooh, that is interesting. It's like, what are you willing to do now? We need something. We need some kind of a hope. We need something to hang on to with the dreams, right? What is it that you're going to be able to do now? You're going to be able to do now. Queen of Pentacles just says, I'm going to be able to make more of a home with you, make more of a home environment with you. That's what they're willing to do right now, right? Three of Swords says we got to be careful with that. There are a lot of moving parts with this overall, but the Magician says, I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to be able to use all the tools at my disposal to make this happen. I think right now they're willing to take that next step. We talked about this in January, willing to take this next step. And I think that's what is on the plate, right? Because the Three of Swords says he knows if he can't deliver something, if he knows he can't do something in here, at least to open the door to some more possibilities, you're going to be upset and you're going to be a little bit on the injured side and you're not really going to trust them and your emotions are going to wane a little bit and you are going to have a little bit of a frustrating time with all of that. So that is what they're willing to do. And I'm willing to get out of here. I will be back on, I need to take Thursday and Friday off. I will be back on Saturday. Thank you for being here. We'll see you on Saturday.